Hello YouTube, it is time for our very first Kiln unloading for the YouTube platform, and I'm super excited to share with you guys. I'm out of clay right now because there's been supply chain issues, so we are doing lots of glazing, so there might be another one soon, but let's get started. So I have an electric Olympic kiln, and this batch was fired to a cone 5. So, and then why do I have the pen and paper? This year, I'm going to try really hard to remember to mark down how many finished pieces come out of the kiln, so that at the end of the year, just kind of a fun experiment is just to find out how many pots I made. So, let's go ahead and open her up. Okay. So a lot of the times I kind of rush the cooling process a little bit because I'm a very impatient person, but this one was for sure slow cooled. So it'll be interesting to see if we have any different crystal reaction. But most of this batch is white. A lot of it is for a wholesale order for a local nursery. So there will be quite a bit of repeats, but a few new pieces as well. First up, we've got some test tiles. I make my test tiles in the form of shot glasses. It just is kind of nice because I get to see how it flows on the inside and things like that. And it works good because I can throw a lot of them pretty quickly. So these are just some glazes that I had lying around for a while. I don't expect like any of these to become like permanent family members of my glaze roster, but needed to test them out for like paint a pot type situations. Okay, so I've been making lots of oil bottles lately. These ones are in blush. They turned out so good. I'm loving it. These ones are in the gray, which is Seattle Fog. This glaze has such a nice, like, super shiny finish to it. And it came out really nice, no like pinholing or anything, so happy with those. So I have two plain white ones. This one looks fabulous. I'm not really sure what happened with this one. There is a crack all down the side of it and then like across the bottom, if you can see that. So this whole thing just decided to like bust. Not sure what happened there. Probably something in the like micro cracks in the greenware phase is my assumption, and then when you fire things hotter, it's going to expand those cracks more, so probably something along that lines. Okay, so I've got some white that I did some speckles on and kind of swirled it down around. I do have some crawling on these, but I think this is my own fault of not wiping the pots down super good. So there may have been some dust on them. So I might try and put some more glaze on these in these spots where it crawled. There's a little bit on each of these, which I know I had to do a little bit of sanding, and if that dust is left on the pot, then it will look like the glaze stuck when you paint it on, but then it will crawl in the firing. So I'll probably reglaze those and refire them. I'm liking these. Okay, so these are kind of like a half dip situation, so that you just get to like feel and like appreciate the clay as well, and I'm loving this. Alrighty, so now we've got lots and lots of planters. Obviously this wholesale is going to a nursery, so they wanted lots of planters. We've got lots of planters. However, as I'm finding now, as I open this kiln, we've got like, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but some flaking of the glaze, like little chipping coming off all around the rim of this. And I'm not sure why this has happened. So we'll have to see as we get further into the kiln, but it's not looking good. Here is a personal vase that I made. I grow lots of flowers in my garden, and so wanted some more vases that I can display my flowers in. Okay, that's it for the first layer. We're on to the second layer. I just, sorry. Just realized that, wow. Okay, we're gonna start over and not hold them up together like that. Okay, we've got some mini bowls. I did some like little like black speckles that pooled in the bottom. Like I just placed them in the bottom. And these ones look good. There was more planters on this shelf, and again, some of them have that chipping on the edge. So definitely gonna have to do some research as to why this happened. This is a glaze I use all the time, and I haven't had this happen for years, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Oh yeah, baby. We have got some trays. These are 3-part trays. We're calling these olive trays, and these are an inspo from my sister, Denim and Rain, Sarah Bronsky. She sent me like an inspo pic and was like, you should make olive trays. So we made olive trays. I normally do mostly wheel throwing, but these are hand-built, glazed in white. Just love them. So I have several of these and super excited about it. The next shelf had a few more things. This was the first olive tray that I made, but I didn't like it having the 4 parts because I wanted them to be more squared rather than like rectangle shaped. But this one I did some speckles on just for fun, just to kind of mix it up. Now we've got the famous mushroom mugs. I had a pre-order a few weeks ago, no, like 2 months ago, and these are the last of the pre-order mugs. They've got a nice brown glaze on the inside, speckles on the outside with some adorable hand-built mushrooms. These mugs are hand-built, and pretty much the only hand-built mugs that I do. So I love the mushrooms. Couple different things here. I've got some test vessels that I am testing out for a local retail shop that wants to make candles. So these are testing out for that. And then I've got some more mini bowls, and these ones have like a half speckle situation happening. And this is a new shape. I normally do not do my like mini bowls in this shape. It's more of like a rounded shape rather than a flare. But I kind of wanted to do something different, and I think I like it. Speckles, holy speckles. There's so many speckles on this tray, and I swear, like when I painted it on, I knew there was a lot of speckles, and I already wiped off a ton of speckles. But this tray just wanted to be speckled. So it's a speckled tray. Wow. And then I did one in a blush pink with the speckles. Been kind of like just throwing speckles around here lately. I'm not sure that I love it. It's like a little bit 80s maybe. So tell me in the comments, do you love it or hate it? More vases for this summer's flowers. This one is just a nice simple form there with a classic white. And then I think this might be my favorite vase that came out of this load. It is a matte, like kind of like satiny matte black. And it is just so pretty. I'm in love. And this form, I'm picturing like some pale pink or like dusty blue, periwinkle blue flowers coming out of this. Love it. Alright, so I have two last items for this kiln load. The first is a butter dish. I wanted to test out doing a butter dish, and we need a butter dish. I don't have a butter dish in my house, so yeah. Great thing about being a potter is you can make your own stuff for your house, except for it rarely happens because the cobbler's kids don't have shoes. Very true with pottery. But butter dish, kind of loving it. It's got a nice fit. It like made it a little bit loose because this is like the first one and I didn't want it to be super tight, but this seems pretty nice. I like it. I like it a lot. And the last item is an item that's not done yet, but it's in the process. This is its second firing. It will have at least one more firing. It's a kiln mug. And yes, I have an Olympic. This is modeled after a Scut kiln, which was my first kiln that I ever owned, so a little sentimental there, but hand built. We've got the little kiln plugs there, the little side panel, your little like handle doodads there. So, and then this has like kind of like a sandy color on the inside. I think I want to give this one more coat on the inside, and it has it there in between the rungs as well. This is going to get another coat of glaze. This is just like the base glaze that I wanted to do. And then I'm going to do a luster glaze on top to give it like a silver luster look, to make it a little bit more realistic. And then, like I said, probably one more coat of that like sandy color on the inside just because it came out a little bit thin, but it's the start of a good mug. Alright guys, that is it for the rest of this kiln load. That was 63 pieces in this kiln load. Some of them are going to have to be refired, but I'll still count that towards the count and then I'll take it off if for some reason they don't come through on that next firing. But yeah, you win some, you lose some. This is why like I have such a high respect for potters and pottery, is because it takes so much work, so much time, and even then you think you've done the same thing 100 bazillion times and you can still get varying results. So yeah, pottery is a test. It is a test, but I love it and I hope you loved it too. And like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thanks!